I think we played very well. Second half better than the first. Second part of the first half better than the first half of the second half. I think we were always improving from minute 1 until minute 70. We were always improving and improving and improving. I think around minute 70 they had a little reaction, and Goodison Park woke up, and we were a little bit under pressure with a couple of corners and a couple of crosses in dangerous positions. But apart of that, we had the ball, we moved the ball, we felt very, very confident with the ball. We create a lot. The goals are phenomenal. Mata shot was fantastic action. Amazing save by the kids on the floor on the left with the left hand. A few crosses in the face of the goal. I think we played really well.
How pleased were you in the second half in particular? It seemed it was a really energetic start after the first half.
Yeah, but I think even the first half, after 10-15 minutes, the team was in control, and we found a way to play without a player like Lukaku, like Zlatan, with more dynamic and more freedom. We thought was important a third midfield player. Tired people, not many players to rotate. We could anticipate that Sam was going to make lots of changes because his squad now has lots of options, so he made 7 changes. We knew that, at least an extra third midfield player to give us a little bit more consistency in the middle, and I think the performance was really good. So maybe I'm lucky this time, and the kings of the rock and roll that say that I was underperforming last match, maybe they say that this time I performed.
Joseph, Paul Pogba had a bit of criticism after last match. Paul Scholes said he was strolling through matches.
Yeah.
Do you feel that he responded to that criticism today with a very influential display?
You know, I think the only thing Paul Scholes does is to criticize. I don't think he comments. I think he criticizes, which is a different thing. But you know, not every one of us has to be phenomenal like he was as a player. He was a phenomenal player. That doesn't mean that we all have to be phenomenal.
Do you think Paul answered any kind of criticism with that display today? He was very influential in the second half.
Paul tries to do his best all the time, and sometimes he plays very well, sometimes he plays well, and sometimes he doesn't play so well. You know, it's not Paul's fault that he made much more money than Paul Scholes. It's not Pogba's fault. It's just the way football is. But I think Scholes will be in the history like a phenomenal player, not as a pundit. So I prefer to look at him as a phenomenal player that gave so much to the club that I am proud to represent and to give my humble contribution every day. Every day I try to do my best. If Paul one day decides to be a manager, I wish that he can be 25% as successful as myself, because 25%, so 50% is 12.5 silverware, 25% is around 6. If he's 25%, you'll be quite happy. But in my mind, Paul Scholes, phenomenal player, one of the best players I have ever seen playing in midfield, and he gave so much to my club that I only can thank him for that, because the prestige of this club is based on people like him, so successful here.
Joe, there's obviously quite a few ex-players who are pundits that are quite influential. How frustrating from your point of view is it that they constantly criticise the way the team are playing?
I think they would love to be here. They would love to be in the club. And that's a problem that I cannot resolve.
Well, you said on TV that you feel you're in trouble squad-wise. Do you think you need to add players in this window, or you won't be able to kind of compete on all fronts with the squad you have?
We will compete always. We compete today, and we didn't have, I think, 9 players today. I think 9 players were not here today, and we compete. We will always compete. I always say that I like my guys very, very much. We have a fantastic relation. We give our best. We try always to do well. And when we don't do well, we stick together and we fight. We fight together. So if somebody comes, welcome. If somebody comes, welcome. If nobody is coming, we are going to fight with the players we have. Today I had not one more player to select. Even Chris Smalling was on the bench, but he could only play in an emergency situation, last 5 minutes. They bring Michael Keane to striker for the last 5 minutes. I bring Chris Smalling to give us a help there, something like that. But Chris was not in conditions to play. So all the players here today were the players that we had. And as a group, we did it. And if in this moment we are not winning, we don't have the 3 points, but we have the same kind of dedication in the performance. I would be not as happy as I am now, but I would be with the same good feeling towards the players that I have now.
Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you.
Players coming back on Friday?
Any one of the players back on Friday?
Yeah, the injured players.
I don't think so. Maybe Smalling can give that step towards the recovery. I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Any updates on Romelu?
No, Romelu is not a problem. Oh, maybe Romelu can play. Maybe Romelu can play. Was precautioned by the doctor. Was following the rules
Yeah.
to protect the situation. But Romelu was in the dressing room. Never lost memory. He knew
No.
what happened. Never. So he didn't come today, to follow the protocol. But he wanted to play. We had to stop him to play because he was saying, I feel amazing. I should go and play. But to follow the protocol and also to protect the player, we decided of not to play. So Romelu, probably Romelu back.